The general surgeon planner to do the at-first uterus replant in the UK says he hopes to conduct out the at-first operative up the end of 2018. Mr. Richard Blacksmith, clinic conduct at the Mercy Uterus Replant UK, as well told how they schedule to use residing donors. In 2015, adoption was taking into account for 10 uterus transplants in the UK, but these were of dead donors, whose hearts are yet beaten. Now the crew plans to use both of dwell and putrid donors. Mr. Blacksmith, a advisor gynecologist at Tsarina Charlotte's and Chelsea Clinic in London, told the WAS since the order to return a uterus of a residing funder was now simpler and more secure, in the surgical period cut of 12 to 4 persons several hours. About 750 female in the UK include close the crew to ask on transplant. Uterus Replant UK says it has quite cash to pay for 3 transplants but will requirement hundreds of thousands of pounds more than to full of 15 transplants, 5 of these in residing, associated donors. About 6,000 female in the UK were unborn out of a uterus, time other miss their womb to carcinoma. At this, their just opportunity of possessing a genetically related kid is via surrogate motherhood. A world overview of uterus transplants has found how the order is a main preliminary but requires rigorously controllable clinic testing. Uterus transplants include been transferred out in 10 countries, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Sweden, US, China, Bohemian Republic, Brazil, Germany, Serbia and India. The document is the At First World Overview of Uterus Transplant. It says surgery hazard is the main anxiety due to the challenge of receiving the fetus veins that run on the pelvis story. In a test in Sweden comprising 9 patients, the ordinary period to shoot the womb of a residing funder was 11.5 several hours, in 4.5 several hours for the beneficiary surgical. A crew in China diminished the period of residing funder body search to 6 several hours with robotic-assisted surgical, and the ovarian stem as an option to the fetus veins. How would the order job in the UK? Several of these female had shut loved ones who were ready to sacrifice their wombs. He told, this new technique of dwell funder search changes the equalization to do it lot more secure. It is yet main surgical but the hazard of clump forming, DVT and harm to pelvis security organs is much diminished, manufacturing it and reasonable attitude. The surgical will get location in NHS replant centres, but the expenses will be paid for by the Mercy, and crew members will offer their services complimentary.